wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. It's time to get into formation. We gotta get ready for the battle. So call on your brothers and sisters. We gotta turn back to the scriptures. Stop making it all about you. Them preachers, they got it confused. Come out of her. Cause Yahuwah is our deliverer. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed, cause nobody's perfect. We're called by his name. We're called by his name. Seek him to be worthy. We should be coming together. There's power and unity. It's time to come into the order, cause we are a living prophecy. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. Lace up the boots. We gotta boost that boat for the camouflage. We gotta be wise. Open your eyes to the most high in the skies. We must step on your wings. We must be totally stop and stand. Put it in your mind. Fulfilling the word of the truth. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed, cause nobody's perfect. We're called by his name. We're called by his name. Seek him to be worthy. We should be coming together. There's power and unity. It's time to come into the order, cause we are a living prophecy. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat. It's a spiritual combat.
Shalom, y'all. Shalom, shalom. It's your boy Michael Israel. You watching Spiritual Combat. And tonight I am here with Tyserv and the Tassel gang. We're going to interview him, get to know him a little bit, and he's also going to be bringing out some interesting, some good information about an upcoming event for us Hebrews to gather and fellowship at. So with that said, I'm going to bring in my man Tyserv. Shalom, Ak. How you doing?
Shalom. How you doing, my Aki?
And Tyserv, if you could just tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, and just introduce yourself to the people.
Okay, shalom, Yasharal. It's your boy Tyserv, CEO of IREP ENT, founder member of Tassel Gang. We basically just out here in Cincinnati trying to wake up our people, do the work of the Most High that He commissioned us to do. We work with the youth. The whole Tassel Gang movement is about empowering the youth through music and arts and culture. So we just trying to, any way we can, empower the youth, man, and be a light in Cincinnati. So that's what I've been doing for I've been doing it for like the last 8 years, but I didn't know the whole truth concerning the word of Elohim and who we were until like 2 years ago. But ever since I found that truth and I've been sort of walking into it, the Most High been revealing more and more as time go along and bringing more people into my life to sort of, help me get to that place where I need to be. So that's what we've been doing, man. We've been just trying to grow. We've been trying to wake up y'all's people here in Cincinnati through this music, hosting these events, and making sure that we getting our young people, gathering them up to this Tassel Gang movement.
Okay, all right. And one of the things, my man Yehukanan Yasha'Allah, one of the things he wanted me to ask, he said you have an interesting testimony as far as you were in, I guess, in a fraternity.
Right. Yeah, I was a member of Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated, Beta Epsilon chapter up at the University of Cincinnati. I crossed the they call it crossing when you officially join the fraternity. It was February 2008. And I went through for 1 year, as an initiate of the fraternity. I was like super iota. I got 2 brands, got a brand on my arm, got a brand on my leg. And actually the same thing that I'm doing now, promoting these events and trying to recruit people for iota was like my main thing that I was doing for that year. And I had begun to be known for throwing these great parties, And one night I was throwing the party with the Zetas that was on campus. They was getting ready to cross the line. And en route to that party, I had heard a gospel song in the car next to me, and I couldn't shake that song out of my head for the remainder of the night. And so even when I got to the party that I was promoting and I seen that I had a good response from the party was thick, still in the back of my mind, I couldn't shake that it was something deeper inside that I needed to be doing at that time. And then I had this nagging thought at the party that I was sending all of these people to hell because I had went to the military before I went to the college. So I was a little older than all of the other cats that was following me, coming to my parties and rocking with everything that I had going on. And so the Most High, he convicted me in that party and let me know like I was actually leading these people to hell. And so within 2 to 3 days after that party, the Most High began to just deal with me and let me know that I needed to read the Bible. And so that's how I started beginning that path of finding the Most High and getting to the space of truth. Because I came to the Christian church was what I found right after I left the fraternity. But in walking and being a Christian, I was always set apart. I was always cast off because I never agreed with the status quo. Like I was really reading the word. And I heard the preacher something, and then I'm reading it. And when I went to ask some questions, they would always tell me, basically try to put me in a position of servitude, not to ask no questions, just sort of go along blindly. But the Most High always had his set apart spirit on me. And so I just knew something went right with Christianity. So I continued to walk it out. After about 6 years of being a super Christian, because anything I do, I give my all to, whether it's the fraternity, whether it was Christianity, whether it's this truth now, I always give my all. And so when I was in Christianity and I'm doing these events and I'm starting, I had a youth group with about 50 young people. And then the pastors that I was dealing with, they always wanted their own agenda to be pushed, whether it be their name, whether it be their church, whether it be a sinful lifestyle, that they have in the back of their mind. It just always came across in a time where I was like, you know what, I got to stop this work and move on to the next place. But now that I'm in this truth, I'm really grateful because now I don't have to worry about dealing with people that operate in that perversion or operating in that false spirit. But our desires is really linked and synchronized to the spirit, and we really want the same thing.
Wow, that's good. That's a good testimony. Tell us a little about I know you wanted to introduce the Tassel Gang and tell us a little more about them if you could.
Yeah. Well, Tassel Gang currently, we are. I would say it's about 12 of us. It's about 12 members of Tassel Gang. We have Aviyah, which is a producer / songwriter. She's a lyricist. She raps. She makes some of the beats for Tassel Gang. We have Tyree. He's a writer for Tassel Gang, an artist. We have Navasha B, who is my wife. She's also an artist with Tassel Gang. We have Yahara. She sings, she raps, and she does the digital design. We have her husband, Erharon. He writes songs, he raps. He's a music arranger. It's a lot of us. It's a few of us. We got Azariah J. He's a lyricist. He spit. He make accessory pieces, chains. He's all about the culture. Aviyashi does the tassels too. Let's see who else we got. Who else we got at Tassel Gang that I forget, y'all? Oh yeah, we've got Tassel Gang Jr. We got basically my son, my daughter, my stepson, and a few other young Oxen and Coaches under the age of 11 in the ministry has started their own group called Tassel Gang Jr. And they actually have a few songs. One of the songs will be featured on the Bread Tape that's going to be released next weekend. Bread Tape Volume 1, where you can get the wide variety of IREP's music, Tassel Gang music. If you really want a sample of what we got from start to finish, check out this Bread Tape that's set to release next weekend. It samples everything. But yeah, so that's pretty much everybody from Tassel Gang. Moria, can't forget about Moria. Yeah, she would never let me live that down. forgot about her. So it's about 12 of us, and we just doing this music. And on top of the music, we have the same mindset concerning this culture, where we know that the fringes and the tassels, and you see us with the commandments around our necks, and just maintaining this culture throughout the week, not only just externally, but how we treat and meet people is a part of the culture as well. You know, not allowing people to get us out of our character and maintaining our godly attitude and making sure that we the light in every situation is also a part of the culture of the kingdom that we try to expose and try to bring to light in our city and in the relationships that we have. So that's pretty much everybody. We got DJ Danny Dan. He do our engineering and everything. He's not an official member of Tassel Game, but we trying to bring him in right now. Yeah, but that's us.
Okay. And a brother Michael Watson asks, how can he wants to know how he can get your products and your music.
Okay, well, you can get all of our music is right now currently the music that we have out as Tassel Gang together is on YouTube. It will be released on it's only going to be on our IREP ENT YouTube page, and it's going to be our Israel Now with 2 W's. It's going all of our music is going to be uploaded on there. Also, if you have a Bandcamp page or the Bandcamp app, you can download the bread tape that's going to be released next weekend. You can get the whole project on Bandcamp. You can stream the whole project on YouTube. You can stream the whole project on netpiff.com. Now, if you're looking for Tyserv music, because I've been an artist doing this true music for about a year now. I was doing the gospel rap before this, but I've been an artist before this whole Tassel Gang thing. So I have a few projects of my own. If you want to find Tyserv music and really hear my heart and what my motivation is behind this whole movement that I do, you can check out The Human Condition, which is the last mixtape that I dropped. It's on thatpiff.com. It's on YouTube. It's on pretty much everywhere. It's on SoundCloud. Just type in Tyserv, Tyserv, no E at the end. I'm the only one in the country, Israel Now, with 2 W's. You type that in, I'm going to pop up. If you type in Love is the Movement, we're going to pop up. You type in Tassel Gang, we're going to pop up.
All right. And now for the main course, tell us about the event you got coming up.
Woo! Hallelujah! All right, I'm sorry, I had to make some noise, get some people excited. Listen, y'all, this is going to be thus far in Israel being awakened and brought into remembrance of who we are. This is going to be the biggest nation building event to date. We are going to have the Midwest Brew Out. We call them brews from all around the country, from the 4 corners of the earth. Come out and fellowship with Mind Culture Forever, your favorite beloved Dawid down in ATL.
Yeah.
He's collaborating with IREP, ENT, and Tassel Gang. We came together, man. It's crazy because shouts out to the Agbanaya. He connected us on the phone, man. He said, y'all need to know each other. Soon as me and I got on the phone, you know, the spirit bear witness of itself. We instantly it connected like we was bros, you know? And so we put this thing in motion concerning the brew out. And it just made sense to me, considering that I had something on my spirit concerning a new event, because I do something every month. And I hadn't did anything for the month of December. So I was figuring out what we were going to do for December. And then the Agbanaya of Rejoice Wine and Inspired by Torah Fashion connected me and beloved Dawid, and everything else been history ever since. So we got the Midwest Brew Out. That's February 22nd, 23rd, 24th, Cincinnati, Ohio. Friday, we're going to have the meet and greet at the Palace Banquet Hall. We're going to have the meet and greet. It's going to be a wine tasting. So we're going to be there. We're going to be networking. We're going to be mixing, interacting with the rest of the Miss Puka. You know what I'm saying, sharing business ideas, sharing, discussing doctrine, you know, just sharpening each other in any way we can, meeting ox that you haven't met before, meeting ox that you ain't seen in a long time, just a place where people can come who don't get the fellowship all the time, you know. And so the meet and greet is going to be Friday from 7 to 10. We're going to have a wine tasting at the same time, where we're going to have some brews that have their own wine companies, going to have their flavors out. You're going to be able to sample the wines for a small fee. We're going to drink. We're going to be merry. We're going to have a good time. And then at 10 o'clock, we're going to do an open mic. So any kingdom artist, if you sing, if you do poetry, if you dance, shoot, if the Most High gave you a word, you feel me, that's in the constraints of the limitations that we set for that open mic, man, bring it forward, man, so that we can, hear what the Most High is doing throughout the nation, throughout the rest of the Mitzvah. So that's going to be Friday. Saturday, February the 23rd, we are going to, at 10 a.m., going to be meeting at one of the hoods where I do ministry at. We're going to do, it's called Hot Chocolate and Bars. So we're going to be out there, with the hot chocolate and the donuts for the young people. We're going to do a little outside concert. It might be cold outside, but we prepared. We counted all of that cost. You feel me? We're just going to be out there for like an hour, just witnessing, loving on the people, letting them know that the Most High has not forsaken them or forgotten about them. And then after that, we're going to go back to the Grand Hall at the Quality Hotel in Blue Ash, and we're going to have our Torah study. So we're going to do the Torah study from 11 until the Most High say when. We want to get the dinner started by 5. That's the goal, is from 11 to 5, have things that's going on concerning the Torah study. We even trying to get with the Akron Dalton and see if we can maybe get a screening of Hebrews and Negroes in between that time slot. And then after the dinner, we are going to break for a second, and then we're going to come back to the Grand Ballroom at 9 p.m. where we're going to have the Midwest Brew Out concert. We're going to have Man Culture Forever, Beloved Dawid. We're going to have Tassel Gang. That's Tyserv, Erharon, Yahar, Navad, Avias, everybody. And we're going to have the Prince Dawid going to be in the spot too. So that's Saturday. Sunday is going to be the Fashion Show Culture Fest. We're going to have a fashion show. Doors open at 10. Fashion show starts at 11. We got about 8 or 9 designers that's already committed to being a part of this. We already have about 12 or 13 vendors that's already committed. If you a vendor, if you a designer, get with us, man. We want to be able to provide a platform for you to be able to let your light shine, for you to be able to get your product out there for the rest of the nation. And so that's how we're gonna rock it on Sunday. We're gonna have a culture fest. So wear your finest Hebrew apparel, your tassels, your fringes, come representing. We're gonna put on for Israel that whole weekend. We call it the nation building event thus far. Hallelujah.
I like it. And I already talked to Tyserv, and they're already working on a flyer that you'll see me regularly promoting on here to get the word out about his event. He was telling me earlier they just solidified the whole, I guess, itinerary and everything. So this is in its early stages, but we just giving you a heads up on all this stuff. So Ty, did you have anything else?
Yeah, man, I wanted to just share this with the nation concerning prophecies and revelation, right? So we know that the prophecy concerning the mark of the beast has yet to come to pass, right? And as we are approaching that time for that seal to be released upon this generation, we can even see the nation flirt with the technology. I just wanted to plant the seed into all of the listeners that we should be mindful of the state that we are in as a people. You know what I'm saying? Just making sure that we're taking the extra precautions to come together and be unified, to figure out where Bruce's hearts is at, because it's a lot of imposters out here. It's a lot of people that just trying to catch on to the trend because they see people waking up. And then there's a lot of sincere Bruce that's really trying to figure out what the Most High is doing, and they got the true love for the Most High people. So we call on all of them people to come out to this Midwest Brew Out. Also the Yosef and Yah's house, they are having an event that's coming up in December. I know you're gonna touch on that, but we are doing all of these events so that we can bring brews of a like mind together, so that when these things come to pass, when Jacob's trouble is at its peak, we don't find ourselves in a position like our forefathers throughout history that didn't listen to the Most High word. We know that this is the end of the age, so we can right the wrongs of all of our forefathers and do the things that we need to do as a people, come together, put our differences aside, whatever doctrinal differences we have, come together, talk about them. Let's sharpen this thing out, man, because the time is now. Right. Hallelujah.
Right. And what he was again, that event is in February, but if you want to see Tyserv, myself, and a bunch of other Hebrews earlier on Friday, December 21st, and I'll pull
21st, yeah.
So on Friday, December 21st, let me make this bigger so y'all can see it on there. We're having the 2018 Israelite Men's Gathering, and this is the itinerary.
Hallelujah!
Yeah. So it's Friday, December 21st to Shabbat, December 22nd. It's going to be at the Quality Inn. This is the address, the information. When you make your reservations at the Quality Inn, make sure you tell them House of Yah, okay? So they can do the room block. So, and this is the itinerary for Friday. So this is Friday the 21st. It's going to be a meet and greet at 12, lunch at 2, some boxing and self-defense course there, business discussion with a panel and everything. And then dinner, they're going to do some immersions at the pool there at the Quality Inn. He said the temperature's right. They'll do it out at a lake or something like that. And
yeah, it's a little lake we got up here.
Yeah, and he told me 60 degrees. I was like, shoot, 60 degrees in Florida is freezing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, our people and tropical people. Nah.
Yeah, but I'm with it though. It's whatever, man. I'm down for whatever. When I get up there, we're gonna do some bowling at 10. He was saying he understands that some brews observe the Sabbath at different times. We still working through all that, but they observe it the next morning, so that's how they're doing it. Shabbat,
right?
On Shabbat day, there's going to be various speakers and instructors, and it's going to be a range of topics. I'm going to be teaching. I got an hour slot, so I'm going to be teaching for an hour on relationships, because, you know, that's what I specialize in at Spiritual Combat. And there's going to be other teachers. I know Judah Mack's going to be there. Tyserv's going to be there. Bunch of other brews. I'm excited. And then 9 p.m. until whenever, he says it's going to be the Hebrew Hangout. And I like the way he made a lot of time to just for us to just be able to fellowship, network, chop it up, and everything like that.
Definitely.
And he put here at the bottom, this event has no registration fee, therefore will not have any catered meals. So bring your own food. I'm cool with that because I eat a lot anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to bring a lot of food. But yeah, man, so I'm going to let you talk a little bit about this event here, the Hebrews Men Gathering that's coming up. It's right around the corner. I'll hand it over to you to speak on that event.
Yeah, well, like I was saying with the Ak Yosef, he is one of the Hebrews that's in this area that we really grateful for. You know, he really diligent in the work that the Most High has commissioned him to do, and he has been doing this consistently for some years, you know, putting on these events, bringing brews together from across the country to try to, you know, build the nation consistently. And so I really applaud the Ak that. Also, he was the person that actually introduced me, that told me that I was a Hebrew and told me that I need to be keeping the Shabbat. He actually told me that like 10 years ago.
And tell him how he did it though.
All right, so he came in the church. I was hosting a gospel rap concert, and I guess the pastor had heard his music or something, and he had liked it, so he gave me the CD. He said, "Invite these guys to the concert." You know, I'm just new in Christianity. I don't know no artists, and I'm just taking on over this youth department because he see I got zeal. So I'm like, okay, I'll reach out to these guys. So the day of the concert come, Yosef and Yehuda, they come up to the stage, they turn on their beat banging, you know, they drop the people in, we rocking out to the music, but we hearing them say Yah and little things, you know what I'm saying? You know, most people don't catch on, but I'm an artist, so I'm listening. I'm like, okay, they saying something a little different, but it wasn't foreign to me because I had heard it, Yah, you know, growing up listening, or I knew Jah anyway. So it wasn't foreign to me. And so after they had did their first song, they basically just came forward with the word, you know what I'm saying? Like, they rebuked the whole church, like, man, you know, like, the Most High, this ain't the Most High will. Like, y'all need to repent. We need to start keeping the Shabbat. Do y'all know that y'all the Israelites and so on and so forth? So, you know what I mean? I was kind of offended with his approach, the way he did it. You know, so I was hosting the event, so I got up behind him, and I sort of softened the blow for everything that he was saying. I did my whole little Christian pastor thing or whatever, trying to repackage what was being said. but the Most High, the sense of humor, is amazing because I actually kept coming across these ox like 2 or 3 times along the walk that got me to this point, and each time my heart was a little more receptive to what it is they were saying. That's why we as Israel, we need to be consistent and we need to walk in love and not be so quick to get down on people that's not where we at or may not have to understand it because it's a seed. One sowed the seed, one watered the seed, and the Most High get the increase. I'm a product of that, so that's my testimony. That's why I deal and move with Christians and non-believers the way that I do, right? But so the he came in and they rebuked the church, and over that time, I just kept coming across them. And I just got to a point in researching and reading and really trying to figure out what the will of the Most High was, what was reality and what was real. And some of the things they were saying, I just couldn't deny. I couldn't have no answers for. No pastors or no other Christians that I know had answers for. So I began to just apply these things to my life. So that's how me and the relationship got going. But since I've been in the truth, since last year in December, he was actually the person who immersed me. He brought me to my first Hebrew gathering. And so I see his heart for the people, even though the response was not where he thought it should be for the type of event that he was doing, he still did it with great joy. And his heart was truly just to see the Most High's people happy and come together and for them to hear the word that the Most High have for them. And so that's how we get to this day and time where the Most High is hosting this men's gathering. And I'm not a part of his congregation per se because I go to Israel now and he's over Yah's house, but we are of the same fellowship because our spirits are the same. We connect for every event that we do. We always collaborate together. So this men's gathering, I know, is going to be a great reflection of the Most High's heart because the man who's putting the event on is a reflection of the Most High's heart. So if you're really trying to see what Cincinnati is about, what we doing in Cincinnati, man, come and check out the hospitality, man. Let us come. And y'all come out, let us love on y'all, let us show y'all how we do out here, man, because love really is the movement. Cincinnati overall in this Cardinal state is a very rude city, but when you're dealing with the spiritual people of Cincinnati, it's the complete opposite. It's a city of great hospitality, great love. The Ak, man, he's very diligent about the scriptures. I know you have a relationship with the Ak yourself. First thing he's doing when you get on the scripture with him is scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Ak, what you think about this? What you read? He's just one of them rules that the nation really need in this season of transition as we become a nation again. So Come out and support, man. It's going to be a great weekend of nation building. We're going to have, it's going to be self-defense classes. We're going to get in the word. We're going to discuss doctrinal differences. We're going to talk about relationships like Mike Israel said. It's gonna be a great event. So I plead, and I'm praying that you be compelled, if you were men, to come out, get some time away from the family, you know what I'm saying? So to gather your marbles and get yourself together, man, get a recharge with the other brews.
Right. Thanks. Man, Tyserv, it's a pleasure having you on here, man.
Man, it's an honor. I appreciate you.
Anytime you gotta bring something out, definitely.
Let me get a few of the Tassel gang in here.
Go ahead.
Come on, y'all. Let me show y'all faces in here, man. Let me get a few of the Tassel gang in here. So this Ak Bodai right here. This is young Ak Bodai right here.
How you doing?
He one of the lyricists.
Damn. I cut up. But Almighty, that's pretty much all I can say about myself.
All right.
Next person. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Nava. How are you?
Shalom, sis.
That's my wifey right there, y'all. That's my wifey.
Okay, shalom.
And she got her project coming out. It's gonna be coming out first quarter 2019. The Vibe Shop B project. And the single will be coming out next month. So stay tuned.
All right.
Next person.
Shalom. I'm Yahara.
Shalom, Yahara.
Hello.
Yeah, she do all our digital media. She's over the digital media. And she's a great mom and she's a great singer. Hallelujah. And rapper. I'm sorry.
All right.
She got bars.
Shalom.
All right, what up? My name's Tari, new artist makers and filmmakers. I serve.
Oh yeah. So this This is one of the newest members of Tassel Gang, young lyricist, and he also do our videography. So y'all go see the IREP Tassel Gang videos coming soon, and even our doctrinal pages where we do our teaching every week in Israel now with 2 W's. He gonna be handling the audio production on that. So stay tuned.
All right.
Okay, both of y'all sit down. Sit down together. Shalom. So this is a little part of Tassel Gang Junior. They're gonna have their song. It's called, what's the song called? Love Away, which they wrote and constructed themselves. It's gonna be on the bread tape. That's gonna be coming out next weekend. So stay tuned. Stay tuned for Tassel Gang Junior.
All right, shalom, y'all.
Your last one.
Last but certainly not
Last but not least.
Shalom. I'm Abiyah.
This is my little sis, Abiyah. She's a lyricist. She's a producer. She is a doctor in the making. She's a great mind, a great example of what a young, righteous lady should be in this generation. So, all praises.
And what about the baby? What's the baby's job?
Oh, the baby?
This Shimia.
This Shimia right here. This is Yahara Eharon's son.
He look like he gonna be a mean rapper.
Oh yeah, the young Ock, man. He love to have the mic in his hand, man. He young, get him in ready.
All right, man. All right. I like it, man. I like it. All right. Well, hey, man, it's a pleasure having you on here, Tyserv.
Hallelujah.
I'm gonna wrap this broadcast up. Tyserv, stay on there because I want to ask you some questions when we go off the air. And for those of y'all watching, appreciate y'all tuning in. Definitely make plans to go to both of these events. It's all about this one-on-one fellowshipping in person. It ain't this Facebook stuff. That's a way to link up, but we gotta start meeting in person. We're getting to those times. So anyway, with that said, I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm Michael Israel. You're watching Spiritual Combat with Tyserv, and shalom, y'all.
Hallelujah.